welcome back to a TF Review 16 video review. This is the Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Studio Series Stinger, or Decepticon Stinger. Finally, we get a screen-accurate Stinger that transforms into the Pagani Huayra mode. So here he is. He comes with the cardboard backdrop that's in the box. And here he is outside of the packaging with the stand, and it has a nice backdrop image from the China scene, which was shot in Detroit, I believe. But there is the backdrop with the cool explosions behind him. And here is the box. You can see it's Takara Tomy and Hasbro, so it's a collaboration. You get some nice illustration here of Stinger, and he is number 2 in the series. Same illustration here on the side, Transformers. It says Authentic Transformers. On the back says changes in 21 steps. This is the Hong Kong Pursuit. And it says big screen inspired scale, detail, and backdrop. And there are both modes. And in this video review, we are going to showcase the transformation from robot mode into the Pagani Huayra vehicle mode. So there you go. We're going to get into that shortly. First, let's talk about the figure itself and go over the robot mode. Taking a look at some of the close-up details of this figure. You can see he's got a really nice head sculpt. There is no retractable mask as it should be, because in the film he didn't have the retractable mask, and there was a Takara Tomy release of the Transformers Age of Extinction Bumblebee figure that came out, and that was our Stinger, and he transforms into a Camaro. And as you can see, he also has the flip up battle mask, and that is not very accurate to what Stinger was, but we'll compare these a little bit more in a bit, because I want to talk about this guy, because I'm very excited to finally get a Decepticon Stinger Deluxe Class figure, a real version of it, instead of just a repaint. So here he is, and you can see really nice, good paint details. You got some silver on the headlights. I like how the shoulder pads, we'll get into the transformation in a minute. His fists are kind of blocky and in the door, or the side of the vehicle, so he has no wrist rotation. But nice paint details and really nice sculpting throughout. You can see the paint on his legs and his feet, and the sculpting is awesome. The detail on the inside of his legs. He is a little bit hollow in the back of the legs. And here you can see the black wheels, so some of the vehicle kibble. On the back he has his blades, which we're not really exactly sure the purpose of them. They never really used them in the movie, but there they are, and this kind of moves up and down so you can adjust it how you want. These also move, and it rotates like this due to transformation, and these are also removable, so you can see that. He can't hold them in his hands at all, but yeah, there's that. And then on this side you have the top of the vehicle becomes his like Stinger claw here, and in the movie he did have a claw, and it didn't look exactly like this, but this is you know, the best they could do, I guess, with the transformation. So there's a look at the robot mode. There's a look at the back of the robot mode, and yeah, I really like the head sculpt, and the transformation is awesome. We'll get into that in a second. Let's talk about his articulation. He does rotate side to side, and he has a tilt here, so that's on a ball joint. The arms here are also on a ball joint, so they have full rotation. He's got an elbow swivel right there and an elbow bend about 90 degrees. The hands have the ports to hold weapons. He has no waist swivel due to the transformation. His legs kick forward a decent amount, and they go back as far as they need to. He does have a little less than 90 degree knee bend. You can do the full splits if you want, and then the toe articulation just goes down due to transformation, so he has no ankle pivot. So there is the Articulation for Stinger. Here is Studio Series Stinger next to the Voyager class Age of Extinction Galvatron figure, so you can get an idea. These were really the only two Decepticons in Age of Extinction movie at first, and of course they're man-made Decepticons or man-made Transformers that become Decepticons. But yeah, so here they are together. Big scale difference here, Voyager class and this Studio Series Deluxe class. He is a little bit smaller in scale, and that scale becomes somewhat evident here when he is compared to the Takara Tomy version of Stinger that was a repaint of the Deluxe class Bumblebee. So you can see he is a little bit smaller than the Bumblebee figure. And there they are together. Still really cool to have both these figures. But again, this one is far superior to this one because it's obviously its own mold. It's more accurate, and it transforms into the proper vehicle mode. So that's really awesome. So there they are together. And here is Stinger next to the Studio Series Deluxe Class Ratchet figure. So you can see this is supposedly scaled accurately. Again, I think this Ratchet is a little too small as well, but there they are together. Here is next to Transformers The Last Knight Optimus Prime, so you can see how they scale together. Again, this figure came out the last night, but he also had this form. He actually took this form in Age of Extinction, so you'll see these two on screen in Age of Extinction, and here they are in toy form, the Voyager class Optimus Prime against the Deluxe class Stinger. And here is Stinger next to the Deluxe class The Last Knight Bumblebee, the Warhammer Bumblebee from Takara Tomy, so you can get an idea of scale of these two figures as well. And again, I think that this Deluxe class Studio Series is a little bit on the small side. I wish he was a little bit bigger, but there they are together. Alright, transforming Stinger from his robot mode into his Pagani Huayra vehicle mode. First, you want to start with the legs and just take the toes. Actually, before you start anything, take his little throwing star weapons in the back and remove those. And they just plug right in, and you can plug them in on either side of this peg on the back. So we'll just remove those, and they will store in vehicle mode, so we'll come back to that in a minute. And then this, you just kind of want to keep this out of the way for now. You can fold these up if you want. And then you want to unpeg the whole top section here and bring that up. And then you want to take the head, untab the head. The head is kind of plugged in over the tires. It's really the only thing holding it in place. So you just undo that and then rotate the head all the way around on this shoulder swivel right here, so the whole head rotates like so. And then you can take these shoulder pads and just straighten those out for now. And you can also kind of bring them out to the side a little bit just to give it some clearance. You want to rotate the arms around, get these kind of out of the way so you can swivel this whole section around like so. So swivel that around. There you can see the windshield lines up with the front of the vehicle. So, and then we're gonna just kind of get stuff out of the way for a moment and focus on the legs. So you can see that this part right here is the back of the vehicle mode. You want to flip this little piece up, and then the feet fold forward, and then make sure they're all the way flush like this, and then fold the feet forward, and these sections in the rear will fold around. And what you want to do is bring this leg hole assembly around, and this will tab into the side. You can see there's a port right there, and that will slot into right there. So you just bring that in, align that, and align that up, tab that into place, and same thing on the other side. Kind of get these things out of the way. rotate, and then once you rotate it around, you're able to close this up, and then this will go over and form the rear of the vehicle like so. And same thing on this side, bring the leg all the way around, tab this into this section right here like so, and then bring this section down and around, making sure everything is locked into place in the back like that, and make sure these are tabbed in securely right there. There you have that section done. Now you want to focus on the arm, so you want to take this arm and straighten it out, and the hand here will plug right into this port right here. So you want to just rotate this all the way around, straighten this out, and plug the hand right into there. So once the hand is plugged in, then you're able to take this front section here and it will just tab right into place right here. So that will clip into place like so. So there, we're almost done. Then you want to take this section here, straighten the arm out like we just did before, so to get everything kind of lined up in place. And then you want to rotate the claw around to form the hood of the vehicle, and then rotate the hood, or the roof, excuse me, the roof section of the vehicle all the way around, and you can kind of see how this is lining up. Then this will rotate and swing over, and you want to make sure obviously that nothing comes untabbed on the inside. You can see his leg was blocking it right there. So there, you just swing this around, and this will all tab into place. So there you have the hood, and you want to make sure that the hood is all the way down and plugged into place. And then you just take this section here and tab it in right here like so. Then you want to take the head here, make sure that's tucked in nicely, and that will click right into place right there. And then the trick for these things will store the blades in vehicle mode, and the trick is there's a little hole right there, a little port right there where this red one will port into, and you gotta kind of just force it in there and it will stick in there. And same on this side, these will stay in there, and that way you have a solid, fully rotating wheels, so he rolls good. Another option, let's see, the head tabs in all the way. I'm trying to figure out why now there's not enough clearance. Go figure. Okay, the head tabs in all the way, and you can rotate the head around if you want. Does that help? There we go. Rotate the head around and then fold it up. Okay, so the trick here is just to make sure that these pieces are all the way pushed up in. This piece is tabbed in right here. And then once everything is perfectly lined up, there we go. It will roll perfectly. You just have to kind of finagle things a little bit with it as far as to get it to roll perfectly and smoothly. But again, this piece tabs in, so that makes a whole world of difference. And then you can plug the blades, the throwing blades, into these ports like so for storage. Again, they do stick out of the side of the vehicle like that, but that is what it is. It's not too bad. I'll put them facing forward so they look cooler, like they're coming out of the vehicle mode on purpose. There we go. So there you have full storage of the blades, and then he rolls perfectly with the blades as well. So there you have the transformation as far as the vehicle mode itself. This thing is awesome. I absolutely love the vehicle mode. I do love the transformation. My complaints for the vehicle mode is the wheels. I don't like these plastic tabs in the middle that hold the wheels on, and then obviously no paint. Even if these tabs were just black, that would have made a huge difference, because I don't like the red plugs in the middle for the wheels. Other than that, the sculpting is very nice. You see coming out of the back of the vehicle, very, very accurate to the Pagani Huayra. I like the black tinted windows, very cool. He's got the Decepticon logo in the front, nice silver paint details there. He's got the rear view mirrors on the front fenders, very cool. And these pieces kind of fall off kind of easy, but yeah, really nice vehicle mode. I do really like it, and it rolls good, which is key, because any vehicle needs to roll, regardless of how low it sits. So there they are, or there he is, fully transformed. Here is the new Studio Series Stinger next to the Takara Tomy Age of Extinction repaint of the Deluxe Bumblebee. So this was the Stinger that we got from Takara Tomy. So there they are together. You can see the size difference here. They're almost the same as far as length, but the Pagani is a lot lower than the Camaro. Paint is virtually the same. This guy's actually a lot brighter red, which is nice. And there they are together. So there you have that. And here he is next to the Voyager Galvatron in his truck mode. So the man-made truck mode, so you get an idea of scale there. I'd say this is pretty accurate. They look really good together. It's nice to finally get a Stinger to pair with your Galvatron. And here he is next to the Age of Extinction Lockdown in his Aventador mode, his Lamborghini Aventador mode. So there you can see the size difference there, and I can't wait for the Studio Series Lockdown. I really want to get my hands on that. But you can see these two together. And here is Stinger next to Bumblebee, and this is the Last Night Warhammer version of the Takara Tomy Bumblebee. Here is Stinger next to the Studio Series Deluxe Class Crowbar. And again, I think Crowbar should be a little bit larger, but it matches the other Suburbans that we got, so that's cool. Here is Stinger next to Deluxe Studio Series Ratchet. And last but not least, here is Deluxe Class Studio Series Stinger next to the Last Night Optimus Prime. Again, this is the same truck mode that he changes into in Age of Extinction, so I wanted to show these off together. And for my final thoughts on Stinger, I do have some complaints as far as the robot mode goes. This claw section here isn't really that screen accurate, although, you know, I can't blame them much as far as the transformation, but I think they could have probably done more with this claw. And then there's the hollowness in the back of the legs. Other than that, I really like the robot mode. As far as the vehicle mode, my complaints are just with the wheels pretty much. I don't like this plastic sections there that hold the wheels in. It would have been nice to just have this black or done something different with the wheels, like on the Studio Series Bumblebee figure. It's got better wheels set up than this. Other than that, the vehicle mode is awesome, aside from that little minor nitpick. So yeah, I would give this figure a high recommend. Make sure you leave your comments below. Tell me what you think of the Studio Series 03 Decepticon Stinger figure. And please subscribe and hit the notification button there to be notified when I post my next Studio Series reviews. You can also follow me on Twitter at TFReview16. So thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, keep collecting.